Hey folks, welcome to a brand new edition of Smart Money. Today we revisit a very pertinent topic, how to plan your dream retirement. Now this topic assumes more importance for the young investor today who has just started investing in the financial markets. Why should I plan so early for my retirement, you ask? Well, the biggest benefit is compounding interest. Put simply, the earlier you start saving for retirement, the more money you will end up making to an exponential degree and the less capital you'll need to put into your savings. So how to plan this properly and live that stress-free retirement life? Joining me now is Mrin Agarwal. She's our guest for today. Mrin has over 25 years of experience in wealth management. She has worked with Citibank, Deutsche Bank and Birla Sun Life in the past. And in 2014, Mrin founded FinSafe, a financial education portal focused on equipping people to handle their money wisely. Mrin, thank you so much for being with us on the show. And this is a topic which is very close to my heart because it involves a lot of things. It involves wealth creation, it involves, planning your life goals and something that as women don't think about so often because we're so busy dealing with our daily lives. So let's talk about retirement, right? How is retirement planning being done? And do you see people at the moment, I'm sure you interact with a lot of investors, are they well planned for their retirement?
Good afternoon, Sonia. Nice to be on the show today and thank you for having me. To answer your question, no, I don't see people being well planned for retirement. In 2017, RBI also came out with a survey which talked about how only 13% of people in India are actually actively planning for retirement, and there's a whole host of people who are not planning for retirement. Typically, what I see is that again, very ad hoc investing. Most people start planning for retirement only once they reach their 40s. Most importantly, it is not based on a mathematical calculation. It is not based on expenses or forecasting expenses. It is like a number saying, okay, I need 1 crore, I need 2 crores at retirement. So it is not done in a structured way, and I think that's what really needs to change.
Okay, so what we hope to achieve with this show is to give people actionable advice, right? So if I'm a 35-year-old and I want to retire, say by the age of 60, how much do I need to invest in order to meet all my retirement goals, whether it's luxury travel, whether it's a children's education, and still have enough in my corpus to lead my life? So tell us, what are the factors influencing a retirement corpus?
So there are many factors which influence the retirement corpus. The first being, of course, inflation. So let's say that you're 35 and you have 1 lakh rupees of worth of expenses every month. And the main thing is that these expenses are going to grow exponentially because of inflation. So if you don't take into account the right inflation, you will not end up saving the right amount for retirement. Just to give you an example, let us say that you are forecasting inflation at 5%, to save equivalent of 1 lakh rupees of expenses today, 25 years down the line, the corpus value at 5% inflation is going to be worth 6 crores. And if this inflation actually goes to 7%, then the corpus value that you need is going to be 11 crores. So certainly taking inflation into account and the right inflation number into account is very important so that you can assess the right retirement corpus.
Okay, so you're talking about inflation, and I would just like to get that graph up on the screen once again for the benefit of our viewers. At an impact of, all right, let's take this first. Assume that your expense is about 1 lakh per month. If your current age is 35 years and your retirement age is 60 years, so you have to plan till about 80 years or so. Let's go to the next graph that, Mrin was talking about. Okay, Mrin, explain this to us. You're saying that if 5% inflation is what you take at the moment, your corpus needs to be 6 crores in order to do what? This is to sustain, and at 7% you need to have an 11 crore corpus by when? By the age of 60, right? That's what you're targeting? If your expense is 1 lakh per month.
And this is the amount that is required. Yes, absolutely. This is the amount that is required to sustain you till the age of 80.
till the age of 80. Okay, so that's the amount that you need in order to sustain till the age of 80. So tell us, how do you do that, right? Now, if I am retiring at, say, so for me, I think the ideal age to retire would be 55 to 60, because I love working and I at least want to sustain for the next 20 years. So if I want to sort of retire at 55 to 60, how much should my investment be per month in order to have this figure of 11 crores by the time I am 80, or by the time I'm 60 rather, you know, given how inflation is trending? So just sort of simplify that for us.
So the main thing is that you have to be very clear about your retirement age. And I know a lot of people want to retire at 50. You can, provided you have a good amount of savings. Just to give you an idea, so if you are planning to retire at 55, you need to be investing 85,000 rupees per month going forward. So taking into account the same assumptions that you're 35 today, planning to retire at 55 and wanting to plan till the age of 80 with expenses of 1 lakh rupees per month, you'll need to invest 85,000 rupees per month starting from today. But if you're planning to retire at the age of 60, you have to invest 57,000 rupees per month. So there is a big difference in the amount that you need to start investing for the retirement corpus based on the retirement age as well. And that's the second factor that you look at. There are many other factors that we need to look at. For example, the age till which you want to plan. So if you want to plan till 80, which is what ideally you should be doing, since you want to have this retirement corpus lasting you for a long time. If you want this retirement corpus to plan it only till the age of 70, then you need to invest a lower amount. So this is another factor. So we talked about inflation, we talked about the age at which you want to retire, and also the age till which you want to plan up to.
Okay, so just to revisit this and make it a bit simple for our viewers, if you are 35 years or 25 to 35 years of age and you want to retire by the time you're 60, if you have 1 lakh rupees per month as your expense, for example, and if you want to comfortably retire at 60, you need to now start investing 85,000 rupees per month if you want to build a corpus enough to sustain, right? We got that. Now, the return on investment, right? What kind of return on investment are you penciling in? And if I want double-digit returns on my investment, what are the different options that I can look at?
So a couple of things, the return on investment makes a big difference. If you are going really conservative and you're only looking at, let's say, employee provident fund, and you assume an 8% return, then you need to be investing 65,000 rupees per month for the same assumptions that we have made. However, if you're willing to take some risk and looking at investing in equities and you're able to generate a higher return, let's say 12%, then the amount that you have to invest per month comes down drastically. So while the inflation may not change, there's nothing much you can do about the inflation. But the one factor that's in your hand is actually where you can invest for your retirement corpus, because then if you are willing to take a higher amount of risk, then the amount that you need to invest is going to fall, and it might be something that might be more doable than some of these higher numbers that you can see on the screen.
Okay, got that. So, you know, I mean, it's drastic, right? If you invest in plain instruments like an ETF or even an FD, I mean, in FD you hardly get anything, but I just get that plate up once again. There's a big difference. If you invest in equities, you only have to spend 24,000 rupees per month to generate 12% per annum. And if you invest in, you know, some of the traditional products, EPF, etc., then, you know, the investment amount will be higher. So the sum and substance is that please go in for equities. It gives you a higher return and you have to spend less. Okay, the other thing I want, and I get asked this question very often, Rin, is, you know, I'm 25 years old and I want to invest in a systematic investment plan. How much should I invest for a period of, say, the next 5 to 10 years in order to generate a certain sizable amount? So on a ballpark, on an average, what should the SIP amount be?
Well, at least 5,000 rupees should be the SIP amount.
Okay, so is this like what kind of maturity value are you looking at? Suppose I invest 5,000 rupees at my age of 35. How much time would I need to invest in order to generate a sizable amount? I mean, have you done that calculation?
Let's look at two scenarios. So let's look at a person who's 25 today, and I know a lot of 25-year-olds would think that why do we need to start saving for retirement? But the reason is because the earlier you start, the lesser you're investing and the easier it is for you to build that retirement corpus. So a 25-year-old investing 5,000 rupees per month for the next 35 years can build a retirement corpus of almost 2 crore rupees, versus somebody who starts at the age of 45, and even if they're investing a higher amount, so let's say that they are investing 20,000 rupees per month, for the next 15 years, their retirement corpus is still going to be around 80-85 lakhs. So there's a huge difference, and you mentioned it at the beginning of the show. It's only because of the power of compounding that a person who invests for a longer period in equities can get a compounding effect on their investment compared to somebody who's investing even a higher amount for a lower period.
Okay, got that. So we've learned, I guess, that you need to invest early. But where do you invest, and what are the products that one needs to look at in order to plan your dream retirement? Those are the questions that will be answered on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back with more.